14 Relay for Life, A Journey of Hope. Elric Merlin covers that for us. And then we'll be back in the studios to say thanks to all of you for everything that you've done. We go to Elric now for the closing ceremonies and say thanks to everyone who has given to make.
Plants an avenue of limes, and before they bloom, can smell them. Before they span the road, can walk beneath the perfected arch, the merest green print, when the lives began of those who walk there with him.
As in default of coffee, men grind acorns. As in despite of all assaults, conscripts counter-assault. As mothers sit up late night after night, moulding a life. As miners, day by day, descend blind shafts. As a boy may flaunt his kite in an empty, nonchalant sky.
As anglers play their fish. As workers work and can take pride in spending sweat before they draw their pay. As horsemen fashion horses while they ride. As climbers climb a peak because it is there.
To make is such.
Let us make.
And set the weather fair.
With very great pleasure, we would like to introduce
ACS staff partner Stingray Raymaker.
Relay for Life of Second Life 2013 and 2014 event chair Nikki Matheson.
And 2014 event co-chairs Dawnbeam Dreamscape and Random Padar Darrow.
Thank you very, very much, Safia and Elric.
Thank you.
Was Safia Wittershin and Elric Merlin of the wonderful Relay for Life telethon. They've been awake around the clock, probably longer than we've been, and that's saying a lot. And we sure appreciate them very much, and we thank you for sharing that beautiful poem with us today. Hi, guys. Here we are.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hey, hey, hey.
Can you believe we're already at... You're so funny. Can you believe we're already at the closing ceremony?
Oh, man. This relay kind of flew by, didn't it?
It really did.
Especially the last couple of weeks.
Especially when you cross them crossings.
Yes.
Literally flew by.
Literally flew by. Yeah. Fun. We've broken some records.
Well, it's what we do. I saw somebody say, give us a goal and we'll break it. And it made me think of saying, the only entity that scores more goals than Germany in the World Cup is the Relay for Life of Second Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved, we were talking this morning, staying on the telethon, we were talking about the goal. We set 401k, and the next thing we hear, the volunteers set a new goal, 404. And then I enjoyed Old Soul coming in with his new goal, 409, let's clean up cancer.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I know we're going to hit 409 before the wrap-up party, or should we call it rollover party?
Rollover.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Rollover. I like that.
What a good goal.
So this relay was full of great things, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can say one thing I remember. If we go, you want to talk about some memories of the last 24 hours. I explored the Doctor Who campsite. I always enjoy a little sci-fi. Everybody knows that about me, hopefully. And I got to say, the Doctor Who campsite looks a lot bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I have to say that my most memorable time this weekend was the Luminaria ceremony. Not just reading it, that was just amazingly draining for me to read a lot of those dedications. But then to sit in silence and watch the things go up to you, the lanterns go up to the in the air to heaven, like souls being lifted to heaven is what it reminded me of. And oh my goodness, I didn't cry then, I bawled.
Another wonderful touch that Safia has brought to our relay. Thank you, Safia. I love it too. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gosh, when you try to think about a special moment, it's almost impossible. The fight back ceremony this morning was fantastic.
Oh, yes, indeed. I need that the entire recording to share with the people at the American Cancer Society to show them this is the direction that fight back ceremonies should go in.
You do that every year, don't you?
Yes. Whether it's Luminaria opening or our survivor speakers, there's always some good recording that just outperforms every relay in the world.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I was thinking that gearing up to relay the last couple weeks, and some tensions were high, and builders were building, and things were getting done. And it's like, just wait till relay's over. And right this moment is when you have that high.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, oh man, everything was worth it. Everything was worth it. I'm coming back next year bigger and stronger.
Yeah. You remember last year the pre-closing ceremony was a little more chaotic. Isn't it nice to kind of just sit back on our lawn chairs right now? We don't have to shake the cup.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Although Jerry Telethon, we beat you. I mean, Jerry Lewis, see, I'm tired. we totally showed Jerry Lewis.
Oh, that experience was great. Something else I do want to point out is, I don't know why, it's always fun to see funny stuff on the track. And I remember at one point trying to complete my 1.3 laps.
Yes.
There was a mermaid flopping. It wasn't walking, wasn't swimming, wasn't flying, but like a fish out of water flopping her way down the track.
Yeah.
That was. I had never seen a mermaid do that.
Only in Second Life Relay, folks.
That's right. And I still don't understand how Luminaria can be lit underwater.
Or stay lit, anyway.
Yeah. So that's must be magic
Yep.
Luminaria.
The magic of relay of Second Life.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a couple things still going and not ending with this ceremony, and that would be the Century Club and the swag bag raffle.
That's right. Oh, do I have to pick a winner?
Well, you have to pick two, but not right now.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna need help with that.
Okay, we got you. So the swag bag raffle, I'll let Sting talk about it a little bit, but there are raffle vendors around these sims. There are a couple raffle vendors on ACS Island. Get in there and get your entries, because he will be drawing the winners, I think right around 2 SLT. Or maybe not. Sounds like it might be a little different time than 2.
I'm sorry, I'll interrupt. There is a raffle vendor up here on the stage or next to us, and I think it's later, Nikki.
Okay, cool. Do you know
That's
what time?
Fine. Let me look.
Okay. And Sting will tell you about that swag bag. Not that you haven't heard us talk about it before, but...
Yeah, quickly I'll say that it is a bag full of swag.
Man.
Relay for Life logo is on every, or at least the words Relay for Life is on every item in the bag. It will be shipped to you through some sort of mailing carrier, maybe FedEx, UPS, U.S. Post Office, international mailing. I don't know. Depends where the winner is. But yeah, it's a bag full of Relay branded items that we will give to you in the real world. Like I said, there's the tote bag, there's the license plate frame, there's a blanket, there's picture frames, there's some Relay plastic cups, drinking cups. I can put about 5 or so of those in there. Coffee mugs,
Just rated ACS, didn't you?
Pretty much. Broke into the storage room, took what I could fit in my hands, and...
$50 Amazon gift card.
Yes, I keep forgetting that one.
I know it. That's a good one.
Kind of a big one.
That's a good one. And then the Century Club T-shirts. How is that going? I suppose you and Dwayne are going to talk about that in a little bit, but
yes, there's a lot. I was working on getting the spreadsheet set up so I can send the people. I'm going to be sending the people a note card in World, and the note card's going to have a link to a survey. It's a Google Doc survey that's going to ask you for your shipping information and whatnot. So if you fill it out by the deadline, then I'll ship your shirt. Please allow these shirts we have to print them and then mail them, so it's going to be a while before they get there. But know that we are working on that. And so far we have just in World. We haven't even run a Convio report yet, but we have 65. People who have
goodness
for the Century Club.
65.
Oh my goodness.
Some of them have multiple, that more than $100 donations.
And it really struck me this morning when we were visiting Staffy over there at the telethon. When Elric was talking before we went on the air, he was talking about getting his shirt last year and wearing his shirt. And I thought, wow, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just tired, but I thought that was just the coolest thing to picture him over there across the pond wearing the shirt that I'm wearing in good old Missouri, center of USA. That's just the coolest thing. And that lets you know that he'll ship it to you. You're going to get it no matter. Yeah. Well, is there any place you won't ship to? Space? The moon. You can't get it if you live on the moon.
Well, I might, if there's a way, I'd like to personally deliver it there.
Yeah. But, that was so cool the other night when we were doing that simulcast, and Trader told us we've walked in the history of relay, the number of laps and meters that we've walked equals halfway to the moon. How cool is that?
Well, you know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's a new record we're going to have to break.
Oh, there it is. We got to get to the moon.
We got to get to the moon.
But of course.
Possible theme idea.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about, because we're going to move it along here. And
to the moon, Alice. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Go on.
What's ahead of us for the end of the season? I know this is the closing ceremony, and then after this ceremony, we have a victorious lap where we get on the track one more time and really celebrate our victory lap together as one team. There we'll enjoy fireworks that Racer sets out every year for us on the track. Thank you, Racer. And then after that, I'm sure Dwayne probably has an announcement about some activity that might take place this week, and Trader, I'm sure, has a party coming up, and then the wrap-up party has been set for what date? The 31st?
Yes, 23rd?
23rd?
I think we've set it for
it's going to have to be the 31st.
Okay, August 31st.
All right with everyone.
Whatever we got to do to get everybody here.
That's right.
We just want everybody here. So what else have we got?
Let's see. We've got Grace and her beautiful singing voice, which was a nice thing to experience last night. I just wanted to call her out on that. She's not just a great, talented designer, folks.
That was a nice surprise, huh?
We also got to see Dawn in her Little Mermaid outfit swimming and doing a performance of ballet in the water.
That was
I was wiggling my fins.
Well, that was beautiful wiggling you were doing over there.
That's beautiful. It was.
Thank you. They really put a lot of work into that, and I'm going to call out Theta Cooperstone is who does all of our costumes and all of the choreography for that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you to all of you for bringing that to our activity regions, to our relay weekend. It was different than our normal entertainment we tend to have on the activity regions, and it was really fun. And before we go into our thank yous, which we need to move into, Dawn and Random, I want to say that Sunshine Checked and the swag bag raffle drawings will be at 5 p.m. SLT today by Sting himself.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's easy. We'll show you. Go, Dawn and Random. Take it away.
Okay. Many of you, I'm sure, have heard the word sponsor, but just are unsure just what that means. Each year, we have different levels of sponsorships available. These sponsors donate several lindens up front. In return, we give them advertising. Please thank them if you run into them for their generous donations. Their donations are critical to the success of Relay. This year, our premier sponsors are RFG Estates, Roses and Thorns Shapes Incorporated, Wild Kajira, United Realms of Apeglio, and Soul Existence. Thank you, premier sponsors. We also would like to thank our special anonymous special event sponsor, along with our region sponsors, who are Rockcliffe University, who sponsor 2 regions, Old Soul Eldamer, who relays for all, Sesta Franazzini for United Realms of Apeglio, Blynn Heron and Anonymous on behalf of Elf Circle, Anonymous, who honors Marcia Lowe, Anonymous, honoring Leroy Petrie, Sasha Ferryren for Team Shadow, Fuzzball Ortega on behalf of Steelhead Salmons, Stevie Basivi for Sanctuary Roleplay Community, Garnet Sultry for New Babbage, Anonymous on behalf of Relay Rockers, New All America Centrator Whiplash for T1 Radio, Jacob Nelson on behalf of Mental Health Club and Mall, Rowena Dubrovna for Milford Designs, Cuddly Waffle, Sue Peregrine in memory of Elise Mysterio, Rowena Dubrovna, and TJ Felici for Arunshire Fortress Dwarfins, Mary Todi, I can never say her name, here I am, how do you say her last name? Toidioso on behalf of Unmasking a Cure Team, and Diana Wycliffe, Kathy Ten Langoria, in memory of Patty and Douglas. Also, our media and broadcasting stations are vital to our outreach across the Second Life grid, as well as keeping us all informed on the day's events. A special thank you to T1 Radio, and again, congratulations on 10 years of serving as Relay Radio. Thank you to the Relay for Life telethon team, which included AView TV, Treat TV, Meta World, Metaverse, Prim Perfect, and Pookie Media, who provided us all with that wonderful 24-hour-long coverage. New this year is our media sponsors and partners, the Gorian Whip Radio, Krypton Radio, Second Life Radio, and Best of Second Life. We're thrilled to have you all with us. Dawn?
Whenever we look at a prosperous season for Relay, we speak of the organizational aspects, the talents of our builders and designers, and the fun events. But we must look at our teams as well. You are the essential part of Relay. This year, we number close to 200 teams. We've gone around the globe, we've danced, shaved our heads, raced, swam, demolished vehicles, fought dragons, flew in marvelous machines, went back in time, listened to live music that blew us away, became hippies again, built castles, and these are just a few of the different things that were offered. It is you who make Relay for Life of Second Life. You are the ones who put in the endless hours to plan events, get your friends to donate, get the word out, and then You turn around and support other teams. Relay is not easy. Oftentimes we ask ourselves, why am I doing this? Or even, do I want to do this again next year? When the doubts rear their angry heads to me, I remember why I do this, why I'm so passionate. Because cancer has ripped my loved ones from my arms. I see teams being so creative in their efforts and reaching new heights in their fundraising campaigns. Maybe they're not all the highest amounts, but it's the highest amount for their team, and I cheer. I salute every team that held an event, every team that bettered their fundraising from last year, every team who came on new this year and held a few events or even 1,000. Some teams struggled to have even one event, and you're still awesome. Each time a team reached their personal goal, they set the bar higher. It was not just their victory, it was a victory for Relay. I celebrate each one of you, the captains and co-captains, and the countless members of each team who have dedicated their efforts again this year to make GAR Relay one of the most outstanding events in the entire world. I cannot leave this event without thanking some special people. Sting, Nikki, and Random, you have not only touched my life, you have been friends, mentors, you've laughed with me, you've comforted me, you've cried with me. If it is true that God put us where he wants us in life, then I thank God he put me with you all. Random?
You know, there's thousands of people all over the world that come into Second Life on a daily basis, hoping to enter their space bubble of escape. You, my fellow relayers, come into Second Life to make a change within our real world. All of us have the same vision and hope for a day without cancer. Imagine, if you will, a history museum with cancer history, facts, medical equipment, artifacts. In the center of the museum is a large leather book. Look inside that book. Inside, you will find names of those warriors who fought to end this disease. Your name is written right there. For months, you've taken your passion, your gift of time, your encouragement, and your expertise to make a difference. Because of you, there will be more research. There'll be more support for those going through this journey. There'll be more countries that we reach, and someday an end to the word cancer. I honor you and thank each one of you for all your hard work. Each one of us can make a difference, but together we can make a change. Sting, Dwayne?
Sorry about that. Oh, yes. Now I have the pleasure of introducing a longtime friend of Relay and of mine. Dwayne and I do go back in the Relayverse. We go way back, including working closely together for several years while he was co-chair and mentored me on my Doctor Who education. And also hanging out at national leadership summits where Dwayne kept a crowd of Aussies entertained while he regaled them with stories of Relay for Life here in the virtual world. But today, he's here to share with us some fun numbers that you've all accumulated over the season. Dwayne, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Sting. Before I say any numbers, I do have to say, first of all, understand that it is all about the people. It is not all about the tech. It is not all about the tools and all that stuff, because really all of you have done tech support and all of you have done some technical piece of it yourself. All of you got into Second Life. All of you got on the stream. All of you can move around and put on clothing and do all that stuff. All of that is tech. So we are the high-tech relay in the world, and we are the leaders in what we do. I mean, it's just mind-boggling how amazing all of you are. So out there, give yourselves a round of applause, please. Honestly, I swear to God, give yourselves a round of applause because you have made it so easy. Putting the tools together, one thing, but organizing events, art and auctions and raffles and all that stuff that you guys have done are just amazing. And I want to tell you, I'm going to throw some numbers at you to tell how amazing you are. You have over 3,000 people in the rosters, and those had to be entered by the team captains. So that is pretty amazing. On the Convio side, we are approaching 400 separate donations to Convio. And Convio, of course, the credit card side of things, you can still now donate to Convio, of course. Actually, you can donate to everything still, of course. And I do encourage you to do so. You guys rezzed 9,000 regular kiosks. 9,000 regular kiosks. You guys went hog wild and rezzed 13,000 vendors. And in those vendors, you stuffed 24,000 products since we started. It's just unbelievable. You rezzed 280 Random Riot vendors. You rezzed 1,100 raffles, and you sold 16,800 raffle tickets. Almost 17,000 raffle tickets. Just, you know what? Think about going to your town fair and try to think of the man or woman that comes around with the raffle tickets or the 50-50 or that little loop of tickets that are red and how they've got like 100 on a roll. Think about how many rolls that is in terms of 16,800 tickets. I mean, you're talking, it's bigger than a car. We had 1,272 auctions. All told, you guys rezzed 26,249 fundraising tools. And that does not include the Luminaria. There were 5,200 Luminaria lit on this track when I pulled the numbers half hour ago. Since our wrap-up in August of last year, there have been 150,000 donations to our fundraising tools. We had some new stuff this year, and I'm just going to cover that real quick. We had Got-Ya vendors. And Got-Ya is like a Random Riot vendor, but it allows you to select rares and uncommons. You guys rezzed 408 Got-Ya vendors, and people like Got-Ya vendors. And I'm going to tell you that 400 vendors took in 6,800 donations. So almost 7,000 donations in 400 vendors. That is a lot of stuff coming in. That is awesome.
I got you vendors.
We had, well, I say it's about the people. You know, we had two other new things this year. Well, I could think of a third. We had two other new things that were fundraising tools directly, and one was the dual team kiosks. And you guys actually went out there and said, hey, you know what? I got the land, you got the singer, let's hold an event. You guys decided to have dual team events. You decided to have multi-team events. You had all sorts of crazy stuff going on out there. But on those dual team kiosks, you had 2,059 of them. You had over 2,000 dual team kiosks on the grid at some point. And you raised 623,000 lindens in dual team kiosks. So those teams that participated in that, figure they split it halfway. That's 300,000. 300,000 were raised by one team and 300,000 by the other in only 2,000 dual team kiosks. So that's pretty amazing. Two other new things this year. One was the thermometer, which really doesn't, I don't have any stats on whatsoever. That did not call home at all. It just focused on the kiosks. So I do not have any stats on how they were used, but I do hope that they were helpful in letting people, as you know, it's kind of a game to let people really chase that 100%. The other thing, speaking of games, of course, is the Journeyman's Challenge. And the Journeyman's Challenge has some winners because there were 20 quests to do, And the first 4 or 5 were real easy, and then all of them got progressively harder. Quest 19 was designed to be relaxing before the weekend, and Quest 20 had to be done at Relay after the Survivors Lap started. And the people who successfully completed that, as of me checking about half hour ago, Rowena Dubrovna, Chevrolet Resident, Dakota Schwade, Mary Teodosio, Cuddly Waffle, Jenna Thursday, Leah Kale, and A. Hoffman Philly. And I am now going to salute you for all you have done this season and turn it back over to Sting.
Thanks, Dwayne. But Dwayne, don't go too far, because we do have our other 3 division chairs to join you in handing out our highly anticipated Relay for Life awards. Please welcome your 2014 division chairs, Sunshine Zangshan, Serena Duran, Gemstone Sunkiller, and again, Dwayne Dooley.
Woo. Hi, everyone. This is Jem. I want to thank everyone who participated in making this year's Relay for Life of Second Life the most successful one ever. A special thank you to all those who helped keep Internal Support Division on track this year. Rendell, Kitty, Old Soul, Mandy, KJ, Jesse, John, Roxy, and T. We all had to work across the lines of committees, and they pulled together and got it done. You have gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Okay, we're going to talk about some awards now. After reviewing last year's volunteer feedback, we made the following changes to be implemented to ensure that everyone has a fun and quality experience on the relay track. These changes affect the most walked laps award structure and are as follows. Instead of awarding trophies to the person who had accumulated the most laps, the acknowledgement will be awarded in 3 tiers based upon the laps completed. A link to the results will be posted on our wiki, our Relay for Life of Second Life wiki page. I'm also putting in local chat the link to find those laps, because I know a lot of you are interested in that right now. The 3 tiers are as follows. The first tier is completing 1 to 9 laps. The second tier is completing 20 to 30 laps. 10 to 20 laps. And the third level is completing 20 to 30 laps. 1 to 9 laps will be called the Turtle Award. 10 to 19 laps will be called the Rabbit Award. And 20 to 30 laps will be the Cheetah Award. Those will be sent out along with the other awards after the wrap-up ceremony. We've encouraged speed boosters be saved for use after the event day has ended. We do invite those who like to use those on our track to use this as an opportunity to get them out and have some fun, starting Sunday night after 8 p.m. Second Life time until the track is dismantled later in the week. In fact, if you would like to organize the Great Relay Race for any day after the close of event day, let us know by IMing anyone on your committee. While the award criteria for the other awards remain the same, the method for signing up and judging, as well as the popular vote, changed radically. This year we have used web-based forms and spreadsheets to receive and tabulate voting instead of note cards and Google Docs. We've streamed up the sign-up process to be considered for cancer education awareness and creative fundraising awards by using Google Forms to do that. I'd like to send a special shout out to Jessie Warhol for all of her hard work developing and constructing the ballots and spreadsheets, as well as her work to keep everyone informed each step of the way. Jessie also developed our wiki page, which has had over 12,000 hits since it was launched in February. A huge thank to our team of judges who work long hours visiting your campsites, fighting the same lag as everyone else. Sting, Nikki, Dawn, Random, Sunshine, Serena, Dwayne, T, Kathy, Madonna, and several other who have asked us not to be named, Hats off to you. And to the teams, once again, thank you for casting those ballots. Your input made a huge difference in determining the winners of several awards. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, looks like I got an award to announce here. Cancer Education Awareness Award is for teams to participate. Their source of content must come from cancer.org. The experience should be interactive. The scoring will be based upon how the information is incorporated into the experience, the interactive experience, and the quality of the build. And teams must sign up in advance to be considered in competition for this award. Without further ado, your Cancer Education Awareness Award winners are: first place, Harmony of Hope; second place, Relay Rockers; and third place, LV Silver Screeners. Thank you and congratulations to all of you who built those tremendous builds. Take a look at these teams' builds and see how they interpreted the education and awareness aspect of what we do. Thank you. Serena?
Thank you and good morning. Relay. Yay! I'd like to take a moment and thank the members of the PR Outreach Division, Alexia, Kathy, Nikki, Rico, Enigma, and Tahisha. You all worked tirelessly to take Relay and the rest of SL and beyond the grid too. You know, it's been quite a journey we've been on this year, hasn't it? Thank you to all of you who have tirelessly relayed throughout the season. Each of you is a treasure near and dear to all of us. You all showed incredible creativity in fundraising, and now on Relay Weekend in your builds. Pablo Picasso once said, "There are painters who transform the sun to a yellow spot. But there are others who, with the help of their art and their intelligence, transform a yellow spot into sun." Take a walk around the track and you see how all of you have taken plain prim and transformed them into creations that truly show the magic of SL. It is my pleasure to announce the Best Theme Decorated Campsite Awards. In third place, we have Harmony of Hope. In second place, there's a three-way tie with Steelhead Salmons, Relay Wizards for Spunky, and Foundation for Life. And last but certainly not least, in first place is Tribute City Relayers. Congratulations to everybody with all your hard work. I also have the pleasure of announcing the Inventive and Creative Fundraising Awards. Third place is Harmony of Hope. Second place, Tribute City Relayers. And first place is Relay Rockers. Congratulations, everybody. Sunshine, take it away.
Thank you, Serena. Hi, everybody. This is Sunshine. And, happy Relay. I mean, where are we now? We've gotten through the weekend. We made it. We experienced an awesome Relay weekend. But you are the reason for that awesomeness. Give yourself a round of applause. And now, while you are putting your hands together, keep going and help me with some rather important thank yous. First, look around you. See the wonderful activities regions, the build and the design. Then think about that track that you just came from. Yes, our awesome build team lead, Grace Loudon, put this together for us with her very capable partner, Sean Devon. Thank you, Grace and Sean, for taking the 10th anniversary track from a vision into a virtual reality. On these activities regions, there were some awesome entertainment this weekend. There's still auctions and raffles that will be ending in a couple of hours. We hope you enjoyed the lap themes that we chose too, with your help. V. Thomas and our event weekend activities lead and her co-lead, Fuzzball Ortega, worked hard to bring these to you. Thank you for your ever tireless efforts, V. And Fuzz, thank you also for being our answer guide during the build week. I hope you all visited the RFL-SL Museum just over there on Activities 2. Brian Arbrechina is our curator of all things RFL. And Brian keeps the memorabilia of our 10 years in SL ready for us to just display it and share at any time. The build was by Grace, but all inside and everything about it is Brian. Thank you, Brian, for your tremendous effort in managing the project year after year. We can't forget our special events team led by Tyler Penn-Resident with the co-leaders Diana Wycliffe and Pinky Fellini. The kickoff back in March was their baby, along with working with the mission leads for the Fight Back ceremony today. Ever willing to lend a helping hand, thank you, Tyler, Diana, and Pinky. This year brought a new element to our relay with the introduction of the mega event consultant role. Junie Jatho worked with a number of the mega event coordinators to bridge the communication gap. Thank you, Junie, for being the first to test the waters of this important role. Hey, did I say mega events? Why, yes, I did. These utterly amazing events that are held each year in Second Life, benefiting Relay for Life, brings more awareness to RFL and American Cancer Society across the grid, with focus on different genres such as fantasy, sci-fi, fashion, breedables, home and garden, Christmas, and fiction. Their reach into Second Life population is enormous. Let's put our hands together again for the continual participation, partnership, and fundraising efforts from our mega events. In 2014, our mega events have raised over 29 million linden. That's $116,500 US. Thank you to the coordinators, the creators, the merchants, the builders, the entertainers, and to all that supported the Christmas Expo, Magic of Breedables Fair, Fantasy Fair, Sci-Fi Convention, Fashion for Life, It's Summertime Breedables Fair, Fiction for a Cure, and the upcoming the Home and Garden Expo. Your contributions make a difference. Now, I'm lucky enough to present the new and returning Team Participation Awards. Participation Awards are awarded to teams that display exemplary organization and I'm sorry, guys, I haven't had any sleep. Participation throughout the 2014 relay season, including relay weekend, based upon enthusiasm, team spirit, teamwork, excitement, and more. They're chosen by popular vote and our coaches. So we have two sets of these. We have returning team participation and new teams. For our returning teams, the third place goes to Unmasking a Cure. Our second place, Teen Shadow. And our first place is Relay Rocker. Sorry. A 10-year team who have kept that spirit live. The new team participation awards go to third place, Relay Ravens. Second place, True to Life Survivors. And first place, Team Strange Journey. Congratulations, you guys. You are what makes Relay for Life what it is. And I don't know who I'm passing off to. So.
You're passing off to Dwayne, and I'm going to start by giving Sunshine a big hug because I think Sunshine needs it. She has done an amazing job, and she has been up for, at a guess, something like 3 weeks.
We love you, Sunshine. Thank you.
We love you, Sunshine.
She's crying because she can finally go to sleep.
Yeah. Night, Sunshine.
Oh my goodness. Hook an IV up or something first before you go to bed, because you might not wake up till fall. Or spring. As tech division, I have the interesting responsibility of thanking pretty much everyone, because everyone who can res a kiosk or put a vendor out or whatever, any of those tools that you've used, or if anybody's helped anybody else figure this stuff out, someone who's new to Relay, someone who has a club or a venue or a singer has used one of our fundraising tools, and not every single one of them came to me. Last year was a little different. Most of them came to me. This year, not all of them came to me. And that was a fantastic and wonderful experience this year. And I thank everyone. But I, of course, have to thank some very specific people. I'm going to start by thanking Jamie Broken for the lap stuff here at Relay. And she sent me a little note with the finalized totals. In 10 years of Relay, there have been 11,594 avatars, and we have walked 215,366,720 meters, or 133,823 miles. So a big thanks to Jamie Broken, who you might not know has been doing the lap stuff, I believe, for all of the relays since it started. I'll have to check on that, but yeah, she's always been the go-to person for that, and a huge help, and a numbers geek like me. Yay! I will continue, and I will talk about getting help to the people, and it would be ridiculous of me not to stand here and talk about Tivy, aka Skittles, or Tivia, who has been amazing and has been actually held training sessions for those who wanted to help out. And I'm not going to mention everybody. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody, but I'm according to this document and someone poking me in the arm, I have like 3 minutes. So anyway, have to say big thanks to Tivy. Big thanks to Cody. If you look at our website and there's information about our totals or anything that's coming out and it's right, that's me. If it looks nice, that's Cody, because he is the go-to guy for this, what's called CSS, and getting those web stuff to look nice, whereas I just make it the numbers right. And he makes them pretty, I guess you could say. Amethyst Dovegal, Madonna Daly. Cannot forget Madonna. You may not realize that a lot of tech has happened in the off-season in the past, and developing new tools, coming out with things like dual team kiosks. Even when Relay was not going on, when Relay was farthest from many people's minds, Madonna Daly was out there testing those tools, giving me feedback, saying this breaks when I do this. If I hold it like that, it breaks, or it jiggles, or it doesn't sound right. And it's because of her testing that we were able to have all those problems fixed before they went to anybody else. So big thanks to Madonna. I got to thank Jesse Warhol for the wiki, of course. I have to say a big thank you to all the coaches in GEM, because while it's not their job to do tech support, it's their job to teach the teams and help the teams and guide the teams with their events and their fundraising goals. They, of course, are experts at the tools and have helped all the teams and everybody who ever asked anything. And I would be remiss to not point out the most spectacular Old Soul Eldamar. But all the coaches, of course. I have to say a thank you to Jem. I have to say thank you to Sunshine, Serena. I definitely have to thank you, Dawn and Random and Nikki and Sting. I have to thank Grace and Sean because of the Luminaria, which is a fundraising tool, and there was one avatar for it. And between Sunshine, Grace, and Sean, we got them all out there, and it was awesome. I have a bunch of IMs, and I'm not even looking at them, but I am going to move on to the Designer Sim Awards. And as you know, there's a bunch of designer sims out there, and some are considered designer sims, and some are considered exhibition. And I just want to acknowledge those winners. In third place for the Designer Sim Awards Beck Janis. In second place, Eclair Martinek. And in first place, Eliz Watanabe. I think that's Watanabe. Okay, anyway. In the exhibition design category, third place, The Committee Campsite by Luna Barak. In second place, The Survivor Caregiver Campsite by Bianca Bender. And the first place Exhibition Design Award to the Home Expo and Fiction for a Cure. And now I am going to hand it over to your American Cancer staff partner, Mr. Stingray Raymaker.
Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, everybody. I have a few thank yous I'd like to throw out there, so please bear with me. It's the big thank you fest. As we begin the process of closing out 2014, and again, I apologize to the closed caption group. This part I did not share with anyone because I didn't want it to be public knowledge until I read it. We know that Nikki Matheson's tenure as the chair of this event is drawing to a close. I think that we should all give her a standing ovation for the work that she's done over the last 2 years as chair, and even as co-chair before that. Nikki, you've carried the torch that Mama P passed to you, and you led Relay for Life in your own unique way. And through your leadership, we've seen new growth. We've seen extended reach of our Relay for Life message and Second Life. Nikki, you took the role of chair very seriously, and I can say that you took care of our Relay family with such vigor and steadfast determination. Throughout these years, we've had countless conversations, you and I, about Relay, about TV, about a lot of things. We've gotten to know each other. We've gotten to know about our family lives. We've grown to be great friends through this process. It's a natural part of working closely with people. And while many people know that you care, I feel like only I know just how much you care and how much you continue to care about this Relay family. So I say thank you, Nikki, for raising the standard of excellence. Thank you for building this tremendous committee. Thank you for sharing your vision for now and for the future of this event. You definitely have cemented your legacy on Relay for Life of Second Life, and I will always look back fondly on your term as chair. To Nikki, I'm raising a glass of mimosa. You've also, now you can drink guilt-free, right? You've also identified two great co-chairs in Dawn and Random. And I had some really good conversations with you, Dawn and Random, over the last several months, and especially over the last 24 hours. I can attest to everyone listening today that Nikki is leaving this relay in good hands. I have great confidence in Dawn and Random, in your ability to continue the tradition of success that we've all come to expect with regard to this event. Your ideas for the future will clearly continue to bring our Relay family closer together, to build stronger and more informed volunteers, to help teams be more equipped with the resources they need, and to sustain the growth of this event, and to introduce Relay to new people across the grid. Thank you to Dawn and Random for sticking through this year and accepting the challenge of grabbing this giant bucking bull, I said bucking with a B, by the horns with grace, dignity, and respect. Okay. And then also, thank you to our division chairs, to our steering committee, our area leads, team captains, team members, sponsors, media partners, donors, volunteers, DJs, musicians, scripters, designers, builders, vendors, mega events, and everyone who helped by allowing their land, their objects, their talents, their skills, or their parcels to be used to help us achieve the goal that we reached this year and over the last 10 years. I cannot tell you how special it is to me that I have had the pleasure to work with so many of you over these years to do something so significant with this virtual world. When the internet first became to us, I don't think anyone could foresee this day. When social media arrived, not many of us could have predicted that people would find a way to use it for such a noble purpose. And when Second Life launched, while most people played around, a few people saw the potential that this world had to make a real and meaningful contribution to improve society. You, everyone listening here, are all those people. You're the ones who log in each day, each night, with more than just a goal to have fun. You sit in your homes, your coffee shops, your living rooms, your kitchens, basements, bedrooms, and you tap on your keyboards, you scroll with your mouse as the screen emits a soft glow on your face. You check your groups, you check your IMs and notices, you open attachments, you bitch about how messy your inventory is, but you never actually clean and organize it. You try on new clothes, new hair, new shapes, new skin, gestures, poses, shoes, and more. You tweak your legs, arms, sleeves, collars, adjust your tails, ears, bolts, capes, shoes, and butts. You make sure that every little thing is perfect before you step out of the comfort of your home, and then you're ready. You say, "Hello, world, I'm here. This is me, and I'm ready to do whatever my imagination allows me to do." You check in with your friends, your children, your spouse. You check up on each other. You role play. You find something that interests you, and you enjoy it. You master a hobby. You create magnificent works of art. You debate with each other. You disagree. You argue. You fight. You make up. You hold each other. You comfort each other. You care for each other. You embrace one another. You hug. You send food. You pour drinks. You simply care. You become so close to one another, and yet in most cases you haven't met anyone in person. You haven't seen each other's faces. You haven't shaken each other's hands. You've never had a meal with each other in a restaurant. But you know each other better than you know the friends you live down the street. Because this world, this virtual world, has allowed us all to get to know a side of ourselves that we all care passionately about. We stay in this world because we like it. It allows us to be a part of ourselves that we simply cannot be anywhere else. And we have found acceptance here. We all understand each other and understand the value that this virtual world provides to each other. We have all gotten to know each other without a distraction of physical limitations. We know who each other is on the inside, in our minds and in our hearts. And that is what makes every one of you special to me. I must say that my time spent here in Second Life as your staff partner is one of the most significant things I have ever done with my life. And I am just grateful to you all for being a part of it and for allowing me to express myself to you for all of these years. Thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you. And what he said, let's just go there. What he said, that's ditto. Especially the send food and drink part. I'm starving. I have to add my own thank yous. I know, like Sting said, this is a big thank you fest, but I've got to do it. And I'm on the stage. I'm going to do it. So I just want to tap back onto what our division chairs just said. The most wonderful and amazing division chairs. And then I want to talk to some very special volunteers to tell you thank you from me to you. Sunshine is fearless and unstoppable. She is our events and design division chair, and her dedication to this weekend shows at every turn. She and her committee have provided a weekend of amazement. And again, her committee is Grace Loudon Devon, Sean Devon, Tyler Penn, Pinky Fellini, Diana Wycliffe, Brian Ricana, Junie Jatho. Serena Duran, our outreach division chair, worked nonstop, that division did, behind the scenes and leading the way, making sure that everything we did was publicized via Second Life Media and the social media reach. They tweeted and Facebooked and tumbled and flickered all season long, and they never lost the smile. To her committee, Kathy Longoria, Alexa Hakovia, Rico Camachi, Love Kawaguchi, Wildstar Beaumont, thank you. Jem and Jesse, what a job they did. 190 teams, thousands of relayers, coaches, awards, the survivor caregiver area, team encouragement, the first ever and widely visited and so useful Team Wiki. And those two ladies kept track of it all. Jem and Jesse are two absolutely weekend girls. And it's been assuring to know that they have had that division covered. They were joined by the amazing Johan 1977, and Roxy Lee Reyna. Some incredible coaches, Rendell Constantino, Old Soul Eldemar, Mandy Lavarock, Tibia, Callum Thompson, KJ Kiranoff, Pretty Kitty Gumbo. And then there's the wonderful T. Oster, who taught us mission like we've never been taught it before. Cuddly Waffle, our amazing closed captioner, and Anakari Genesis, who worked on awards. Thank you to the Internal Support Division. Dwen Dooley, Division Chair for Tech, works all year long, ensuring that our tools are not always only working, but working efficiently. He spends hours looking over scripts and databases and records to decide when he needs to improve something and how. I've enjoyed being able to just mention something that briefly pops into my mind, and those who know me know that I do that quite a bit. And it's not long before there's Dwen with an answer or a newly scripted tool. He loves the challenge. Dwen, thank you for putting so much life and sweat into those fundraising tools. And we really appreciate your committee, Tivia Cindersvale and Cody Rockwell. Dawn and Random, my two wonderful co-chairs, I have cherished every moment, and we've had many. Skype calls that went into hours, Google Doc and WordPress training that turned into classroom sessions that turned into chat parties, exploring Christmas Expo and ending up on Santa Sting's lap for 3-hour late night chat, and more moments than I could possibly describe. Thank you both for being my friends and for understanding me and sharing my hopes and dreams for this relay. I know you love this relay. I know you love these volunteers, and I am excited to continue watching where you go from here. Sting, this relay has been so fortunate to have had you gifted to us. You are amazing, and you brought wisdom and inspiration to this relay. You make it so clear that you love the ACS and all that it does, that you love this group of volunteers. It's undeniable, and your spirit and enthusiasm is infectious. Thank you. I've enjoyed every second. And it's no surprise to me that ACS grabbed you up this year and moved you forward to the areas that they need you at, the areas that brought you to us. You will go far. Thank you to my mega event friends. Thank you to the Breedables community and what you've done for this relay. It's astounding. To the always supportive Second Life media, my friends. And then finally, to you, the relay volunteers. From across the Second Life grid, from across the globe, thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me the honor of being your chair for the past 2 years. Thank you for your unwavering support. I consider you friend and family. This is my last relay as your chair, and I want you to know it has been more than I ever could have dreamt. You've taught me so much and brought an experience to my life that I will always cherish. I am excited and sure that the future of this relay is big and better and vast and successful. I look forward to Relay 2015, to being on that track right there beside the best relayers in the world.
Thank you, Nikki. We call your attention to the small table that occupies a place of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that some of our loved ones are missing from this gathering. They've been diagnosed with cancer, and they are some of the names and faces behind the luminarias. The chair is empty. Many of those who fought the battle with cancer are no longer with us, but rather than mourning their loss, we choose to celebrate their life. These people are unable to be with their loved ones and families now, so let us join together to recognize and honor them and to bear witness to their struggle and their memory. The table is small, symbolizing the frailty of a single patient, sometimes alone in the fight against his or her disease. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the medical profession, doctors, nurses, and researchers who help fight the battle for life. The single rose in the vase signifies the enduring love of their families and friends and the strength of a patient's will to fight the disease that ultimately claimed many of them. The purple ribbon on the vase represents the ribbons worn on the lapels of millions who support a continued search for a cure for cancers that are expected to kill over 500,000 people this year. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitter battle against a deadly disease, a battle fought by more than 1.3 million new patients each year. The salt on the table reminds us of the countless tears of personal anguish shed by the patient and those shed by family members and friends who have lost a loved one. The glass is inverted in memory of those people who are not here to join our celebration of successes. But the candle represents the light of hope that lives in the hearts of all of us. Hope represented by cancer survivors and the hope for a cure discovered as a result of the detailed work of the medical profession, made able through funds generated through events such as this Relay for Life of Second Life. And you know, we're always wondering here if the real world notices what we're doing in Second Life. Well, I think all these years we got it wrong. Who cares what they think? They should be the ones wondering if we notice them. And frankly, it doesn't matter because we know what kind of a difference we are making and how many lives we are helping to save. Thank you for a memorable and successful event. And now join us on the track for the final victory lap of the 2014 Relay for Life of Second Life.